Hello everyone, and welcome to day 2, video 2 of our little box of encouragement journal and box making. So today we are going to get our box made, and we are going to get the cover of our journal made. And we are very excited about bringing you this cute little box. It would be a great little gift for anybody. If you have not checked out the first video, make sure you check out the first video. I show you a look through the journal and give you some ideas on supplies and everything that you will need to make this with us. So we will jump right in. So what I did here for my journal was I printed one side with a paper that I liked. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. I printed the paper on the back, and I printed it solid so that I would have an easier time printing the pattern on the other side, because I did not want to have to try to line everything up. So then I printed out the pattern on the other side. So today we're going to get this box put together. You are going to need your 2 cards that you want for your front and back printed on cardstock, and then a little bit of extra cardstock so that we can create the binding edge. Okay, so let's get started. Where are my scissors? Man, I have the hardest time finding my scissors. They get lost on this desk so fast. There we go. Okay. Now, if you look on the, I'm in my trash can. If you look on the lid, you will see just a little bit darker line. So we're going to snip at that little spot so that it stays on the outside. And then on the side as well. Now, sorry. There, you can use your, if you have a bone folder and the little foldy line doodaddy thing, you can use that if you want. I tried that and found that it was just too hard to match up those lines for me. So then I just started folding mine. So all these lines, you're going to fold on. So, I mean, this is just pretty simple. So I just kind of fold until I see that line, and then I press down, and then I just use my folder to crease it and make it a little bit stronger. These little flaps, you don't necessarily want to make them quite that creased, so I just folded those. All right, let's do you next. I like doing it this way. Make sure I'm still on camera. Okay, where's my little line? There it is. Your Cricut can probably do that part as well. Crease those edges for you. Alright, there's that one. Excuse me. And then here's this one. And it does look like it folds a little wonky, but once you get it like straightened out with your bone folder, then it's okay. Alright, let's go for the little tabs. Little guys. I like folding it away from me because then I can see those lines very well. Okay, and there's those. Now let's do the lid. Come here. Can't really get up underneath it. My fingernail, I got my fingernails cut all short so that I can play the guitar, and then you can't get up underneath anything. Okay, there's those. And this lid right here. And this piece right here. Okay, now we're all folded. Easy peasy, right? Okay. Let's see. Now we're gonna put one of these are a little slanted here, and then this one is not. So you want your slanted one to go up underneath and your other one to be on the outside. Now, I found this to be quite tricky to glue, but the nice thing about this art glitter glue is it dries pretty fast. So let's see if we can get this here and get everything kind of situated, and then just squeeze them. All right, come here. You're gonna be difficult if I'm still on camera. All right, I might could zoom in just a little bit now that I've got this folded. Okay, and then you're just gonna line up those edges as best you can and hold it for a second. And that art glitter glue really does dry nice and fast. And I've got that needle tip on mine, so it makes it to where you can get just enough glue in there. Let's see, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, now the next thing I did was, and this is up to you, you can do this or not, but I wanted this bottom to stay closed. I didn't want to have to deal with it fuddling, I don't know what that word is, coming open, where, you know, when you're shoving your journal in there, pushing it open and wearing it out. So I went ahead and glued mine. Now it's stuck in there. Let's see. Okay. So this is a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so you are going to want to put some glue on this tab and on this tab, and then on the front flap, this top flap right here, okay? So I just squeeze a little bit of glue on there, and then squeeze a little bit of glue. Now, since we didn't crease these too much, you can see they're kind of staying open like that, so it's going to make it a lot easier to do this. If they're all folded down super flat, then they're going to be all inside your box instead of nice and flat to where this can glue together. Okay, then you can just take anything and stick it inside here and make sure they're pressed down real good. So make sure your little tabs are pressed down, and then make sure that the lid flap is pressed super good. Make sure you get some good glue all the way to the edges and everything so that it's not driving you completely crazy when you're putting your journal in and out of there. My journal's gotten a little thick, so I do squeeze it a little bit when I'm putting it in there, but yeah. All right, so there's our box. We're done with our little box. Oh, whoops, I forgot to cut my little flap out, which is very handy. Okay, I just use this little guy. He's got a super tiny little hole here, you can see, and I just use him, and I line it up, which it's a lot easier to do if you do it before you put your box together. I'm so sorry. Just line it up and cut it out. Super easy. Okay, so now our box is done, and thing was stuck to my finger, and we can move on to the journal. Let me find my thing here for my glue. All right, for our journal, we are going to want a piece of cardstock that is 3/4 of an inch for the spine, and then a 1/2 inch on each side. All right, 3 3/8 for our length. 3 3/8 for our length. And 3/4 plus a half. So, and then, so 1 3/4. Is that all right? There we go. Okay. Now we will put our little divot in here at a half. And then just to make it easy, we'll just flip it around and do it at a half again. This reminds me of the the Swiss roll. The Swiss roll bottom. I love Swiss rolls. Okay, so then we've got our edges here. You don't need to fold them all the way in. Just a little bit is fine. Okay, and then we're going to take our cards and we're going to glue them to the outside. Where'd my other card go? I lost my other card. Wait, I think that was it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you need to decide which card out of the 12 cards you're going to use. I'm going to use this pretty one right here for the front, and I'm going to use this one for the back. Okay, so we need to glue them, this one to the front, just like this. And then this one to the back, just like this. So where it gets tricky is so I went ahead and put mine in place and then just kind of opened them up so that I knew what I was doing, because, you know, my brain gets all turned around sometimes. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, how much time do we have? 4 minutes. Okay. So we'll just put a little glue on that side and we'll stick this bad boy down. Now, don't put it on top of your fold, okay? Put it to a little to the right of your fold so that it closes nice and smoothly. Again, remembering that this art glitter glue dries pretty fast. So try to get it on there right. Okay, now this side, mine was all crooked. And you just need a little, like you don't need very much of this glue. It's really hard to see the lines on this, or the fold on this white. Did I do it right? I don't know, let's see. Okay. And then you close it and you have your cover for your journal. Isn't that adorable? So easy to make. It only took a second. And once I got the measurements right, it wasn't so bad. Okay, so again, you want 3/4 in the middle and then a half and a half. That gives you plenty of space for this to catch on and glue to your cards. Now, if you want, you can line this with some sort of paper. That's totally fine. It was white, so I didn't worry about it. But you totally could. You could also, whenever you print your cards, just go ahead and print some paper on the back, and then your cards already have some pretty design on the back as well as on the front. So if you wanted to do that, that's another option. And then you wouldn't have this white on the inside, but the white doesn't bother me. I could also put another card on the inside if I wanted to, and that would cover this up. So you could add another card here. It would also sturdy up your cover a little bit more. You could put one on the back as well. And then you've got those on the inside. So that's an option, gives you a little bit sturdier cover. Or you can just leave it white, or you can print something on the other side. I think I added pocket. Did I add pockets? I don't think I have yet. No, I haven't added anything to the inside of these. But you could put a pocket here or something like that as well. So, okay, guys, that's it. We've got our box done and we have our cover done for our journal. Now we are ready to get busy and create some signatures to go on the inside. So that's what we will do in the next video. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure that you post any comments below. If you've gotten this far with us, I would love to see what you've done so far. Make sure you post those into the group. We're on MeWe, and Facebook, and can't wait to see you in the next video, everybody. Bye.